Hello, everyone. My name is Roger Rugi, and I'm a mentor with Pathfinder Resilience and the Navigating Adversity program. And I'm here today to talk to you about chakras. What are chakras? What is this idea? Is it just a bunch of woo-woo garbage that has no meaning in our life whatsoever? Or is there something more to it? Is there something that we could take advantage of that would allow us the ability to move our own body, mind, and spirit forward in positive directions? Well, that's what we're going to kick around here for a minute. Now, let's go into a little piece of physiology that a lot of people don't know. In our bodies, we have bundles of neurons that come together and form plexus centers. Now, we've all heard of the solar plexus, right? That's right in that abdomen area, right below the rib cage, the breadbasket, if you will. If you were to get punched there, it would really hurt. That's the solar plexus. And those neurons bundle together and they run all of the organ and gland functions in that area. In this case, the upper digestive system. We have 7 of those centers, primary centers, that run along the central channel of the body, right up the spine. And so we have a pituitary plexus, a pineal plexus, or pineal plexus. Both pronunciations are correct. We have the thyroid plexus, we have the heart plexus, and then we come to the solar plexus. Below that, we have 2 more. One that's right around the area of the navel, and that one is called the superior mesonetric plexus. And then below that, we have the inferior mesonetric plexus. These run the lower digestive systems, the elimination, our genital function, all of those things are part of these bundles of neurons that come together and function in those areas. Now, it's interesting because we can measure these. We can measure them electromagnetically because they put out a certain frequency. And each one of those actually has a very unique harmonic resonance, a frequency that we can measure in a metric called hertz. So we can take a hertz frequency measurement of these centers, and we can learn what frequency is optimal to run those the most efficiently. And when there is dis-ease in any of those areas, that harmonic resonance will not be at the optimal frequency, right? It makes a lot of sense that electromagnetically something would be off if we're experiencing dis-ease. Now, it's interesting because this frequency that we can measure, it actually spins just like a wheel. So bundles of neurons coming together to run the certain functions in those areas. The frequency spins like a wheel. It has an optimal frequency when everything is really good or we're very healthy in that area of our body. Here's the interesting part. When we look at the Sanskrit word for wheel, it happens to be chakra. How in the world did ancient wisdom cultures know thousands of years ago, before any of this modern tech validated it, that we have electromagnetic centers, 7 primary ones through our body, and that they have an optimal frequency, and that we can affect that frequency through things like chanting and toning certain sounds that resonate in that frequency, or using meditation to target our focus and concentration to increase the optimal performance of those plexus centers. Isn't that cool? The thing I really enjoy about that is that when we think about the woo-woo, right? Because chakra for sure has a lot of charge around it for a lot of folks. They're just like, come on, that's a bunch of hippie woo-woo stuff, right? Right, I get you. I really feel you on that. And look what science is beginning to validate. All these things that we've heard about and just kind of dismissed as something that was irrelevant compared to all the wonders of the amazing allopathic Western medical model and all the discoveries they've made. And we kind of swept that one under the carpet, along with a lot of other esoteric things, woo-woo things that we just don't give a lot of validation to. So the beauty of what's happening now is that science is beginning to validate that, in fact, these things have value. Okay, so what? We now understand that chakras are real. They're bundles of neurons that we call a plexus in our Western culture. Cool. So what, dude? Well, here's the deal. Using a mindfulness technique, the 3-minute meditation, we can actually affect the electromagnetic frequency of those and increase it to optimal using nothing more than the power of our mind. Now, go check out the 3-minute meditation video, because that one right there in and of itself is amazing. I'm not going to take the time to explain that here. Go do that, practice it, get that down, then come back here for this enhancement. Here's what we're going to do. Everything in the 3-minute meditation remains exactly the same. You don't have to change a single thing except one little adjustment, and that is, let's say we're having trouble in our thyroid. It's underproducing or overproducing, hypo, hyper, and we want to help this thyroid out a little bit. And let's say that we're working with our doctor and we're taking some medication. I'm in no way ever going to suggest that you stop those practices. Work with your doctor. This is something that we're going to use to enhance the healing process. And so the way it works is very, very simple. I'm going to focus my breath directly, in this case, into my thyroid, because this is where I'm experiencing my difficulty. It could be anywhere, your pituitary, your pineal, your heart center, your solar plexus center, your lower centers, anywhere that you're having challenge, you can focus your breath into that area as if you were breathing in and out of that particular area. The beauty of this is when we do that, the body rallies its resources to that area, and we can have a direct effect on it. Now, you know me well enough by now if you've been seeing my videos. I never expect you to believe a single thing that I say. What I do expect is that you'll put it to the test. That's it. Just try this. Now, I'm not talking about 1 3-minute meditation. It didn't work for me, Roger. No, it's not like that. I want you to give whatever area is giving you some challenge a real run. 3 times a day, 3 3-minute meditations. I'm asking for 9 minutes for your self-care. Okay, you can all do that. And you're going to do it 3 times a day, breathing into that area, visualizing that area being healthy, whole, complete, fully functional. What would it feel like to have a perfectly operating thyroid, a perfect heart, a perfect pituitary gland? That's what your job is. Breathe into that area, visualize all your symptoms going away, and you being whole and complete, healthy as it can possibly be. I want you to do that for 2 weeks straight. Don't miss a day. Don't miss a single practice. 9 minutes a day. You can do it. Here's what most people tell me. Either they have a reduction in their symptoms, and many people significantly so, sometimes to the point where they can even alter the medication that they're taking as they work with their doctor because things are waking up and working a little bit better. Or in some cases, even a complete elimination of some of those physical symptoms by nothing more than taking our focus and concentration and channeling it into a very specific area. What that does is gets that electromagnetic wheel spinning, right? So that chakra is spinning away, optimizing. And here's the beautiful part. This beautiful body temple is actually designed to heal itself. It does it all day, every day. And sometimes when we're facing disease issues, especially chronic disease issues, we need a little extra help to boost the body's innate ability to correct what happens to be wrong. Now, again, I'll never suggest to you to stop working with your doctor, stop taking your medication. No way. Keep those things going, work with your doctor, but give this a run and see if you have success with it. This has been a big one for me, for a lot of my coaching clients and a lot of people I've worked with over the years have all told me profound results can take place if we spend a little bit of time taking our energy and channeling it into very specific areas. Now, the beauty of all this is it opens our minds a little bit, doesn't it? That the woo-woo might actually have some value. Now, I'm here to tell you I've been jumping down every woo-woo rabbit hole I can find for about the last 30 years. And a lot of it, yeah, a lot of it's bunk because it's people trying to take advantage, right? It's the modern version of snake oil. So we have to definitely be discerning, but I say, give it a try. Everything that I've brought you here, all the videos that you see me featured in, I promise you, I use these techniques, I've put them to the test, and I've tested it with dozens, if not hundreds of people who have all validated that it had value. That's the only thing I'll ever bring you here is things that I am confident have a strong probability of giving you a very positive result. And all your job is to put it to the test and see if you have a positive result. At the end of the day, if it didn't work for you, you lost 9 minutes a day for a couple of weeks. No big deal. We do that scrolling all the time. So have fun with this. Keep your mind open and realize chakras are actually real. How cool is that? All right. I will see you at the next video. Be well, everyone.